Hello, my lovelies. Crysta here. I'm back from Pinners in Indy, and I am working on. I guess you guys, if you follow me for a while, you saw this. I painted it in the. Oh boy, I'm exhausted still, guys. This is in Peacock in the chalk mineral paint a while ago. The customer wanted it with tobacco. Um, Voodoo gel stain, and it didn't look right. So I've repainted it, and I am now going to use. Didn't look right. It just didn't give them the effect they wanted. So I've repainted it in the peacock, and I from the beginning I said we should use glaze, but they wanted the voodoo tobacco road. So I win, and we're doing that. So that's what we're doing now. Um, Austin, when if you read me off comments and stuff, I'd appreciate it because I forgot my tablet, guys. I'm sorry, it's been wonky. So this is how the Dyke Brown Dixie Belle comes in, and you can see, like with the black glaze in the can, it looks blue, but this does look brown. And so we're just going to age this. This is a bar. Um, and I can turn it around and show you the other side because this is the front. The top slides out. There is a wine rack. Ooh, drawers, and wine rack. So there you go. That's the other side. If you're wondering, well, that doesn't look like a bar. On the other side, it's a bar. So, but we're going to be glazing the front of this piece today. So, huh? Well, it depends upon front, back. Depends upon where you stand. Depends upon where you stand, is whether it's the front or the back. That's not my. I just got to paint it. I don't care where they put it in their house. So when you jump on, tell me hi, tell me where you're from. I'm using a premium Dixie Belle chip brush, and I am just going to be kind of going in the edges here and just dirtying it up a little bit, aging it. And this is going to give them the look that they wanted from the beginning, to give it a little bit aging. And I'm doing it in thin because if there's areas I want more in, I can always add it. With glaze, it's very easy to put on, and you can always add more to make it darker, but you can't just wipe it off and make it lighter. You would have to repaint like I did before and start over again. So that's what we're doing. And I wanted to say I got to meet some of my craft around the clock sisters at the Pinners in Indy, and which was amazing. And I spent time with other Dixie Belle retailers, and we got to spend some time together. A lot of us we've only met online. We know the name. Some of us have done videos together, but with never met each other in person. So it was really, really neat to hug everybody's neck. You glittered me. Thank you. Thank you for glittering me out.
Brown-eyed girls crafting.
That's one of my craft around the clock sisters that I met in Indy.
She said, "Hey there, my friend."
Hey, lady. It was so good to meet you. I did forget to get with you for that stuff I wanted, the crafting stuff, the good stuff. So I got to message you because I want my stuff that I wanted. So we got to figure out how to do that. She was working another booth and a Magnolia design. She was working the Magnolia design booth, and they had some amazing stencils in there that I wanted. And I got so busy with everything, I did not get a chance to see her. And I got to rectify that situation.
Wendy says good afternoon.
Who said that?
Wendy
Wendy.
Johannes.
Oh, Wendy Johannes. Yep, I got to hug her neck as well at Indy. She is another Dixie Belt retailer. Amazing lady. Got to hug her neck. Got to meet her in person, which was awesome. And she helped me with my silk class and even helped give a one-on-one class to a gentleman by the name of Rick and his wife are furniture flippers out that way, and we're at Pinners. And after my class, they had some questions. Just a really sweet couple. You see how that's just taking that peacock and just giving it a little bit of a antique. It's really toning that peacock color down and is just aging it up a little bit, giving it more of a worn look. And so from this panel, which is hi Helen, just hi, I'm here, to aging it just a little bit. So this is an amazing way to age your cabinets after you've painted them or your furniture pieces is with glaze. I talked about glaze in my class because I love glaze. Some people prefer the Voodoo gel stain or the No Pain gel stain. Some people like the Dixie Dirt. I am very, very partial to my glazes. Love my glazes. So I'm going to pull this way just a little bit, trying to make sure I keep you guys on camera, or me on camera, so you guys can see me. Told you I'm tired. So.
Sam went to say good time neck hugs, and he was so sweet.
Oh, a lot of the people, like I said, we know each other's names, we know each other's business names. We've done videos together before, but we've never been able to meet in person. And we got to spend a whole 4 or 5 days with some of these people between the setup and working and tearing down and everything else. And it was just really, really amazing.
Deb Olson's on.
Deb, girl, I brought you stuff back from Pinners. I brought you stuff from Pinners. You got to come see me, girl. Not today because I forgot stuff at the house, but I'll bring it up to the shop tomorrow for you. Austin. And if I don't, it's Austin's fault because Austin didn't remind me to bring it from the house. You heard me. Austin reminded me to bring Deb's stuff from the house. So if it's not here tomorrow, it's Austin's fault.
And I'm the one that's supposed to remember it when you're supposed to.
Because you're 21 and I'm 49. And I've made this now your job. So it's your job to remind me.
So
and that's how you handle that.
Sherry said on the screen it looks splotchy. Is that the look?
No, it's not. I was looking at the screen too. It does look splotchy on the screen, but and it just looks worn, really, because it is brown. I don't think that my camera is picking up very well. Pooh Bear. Pooh Bear. And then also when you add your top coat, because I am doing this over the raw paint, if you want to clear coat first, you can manipulate the glaze easier. I didn't. I'm going directly over. The second time I painted it and glossed it, yeah. And then there was some Voodoo gel stain on here, and then I painted it in peacock again because it didn't look right. But this is actually turning out exactly like my customer wanted. So, and like I said, this is my first go around on this one because I am doing it very lightly. And as it dries, it'll darken up. And so I do it very thin. And then as it dries, it'll get darker. And then if I want it in spots, I can come back and fix it. And then I will top coat it once it's completely dried. So that's my process. Again, if you don't know about glaze, glaze is amazing. Or as I say, it's a glazing. It's a glazing. It's amazing. So I do love my glazes. And it's just as easy as using this is a Dixie Belle premium brush, but you can do it as, you know, just a regular chip brush. You can use rollers. You can use stencil brushes, anything like that. And so I am going over very thinly. And then once this dries, I will go back and touch up and add more in some places where I think it's a little thin and add it in. So that's what we are doing. But this is my first day back in the shop since I left for Pinners, what, last Monday? Yeah. So this is my first day back in the shop. So I'm getting back into the swing of things, trying to get some of these customs finished up. Christmas is starting. Christmas, you know, shopping season. I've got some customs I know that are coming in, so I'm trying to get some of these other customs out. Hey, Carrie girl. Carrie, I need to talk to Carrie. Carrie does a lot with some doggo rescues, and you know I love my doggos. So I'm hoping I can help Carrie with some fundraisers soon. Carrie, if you want to pop in the organization that you work with, the rescue, I have no problem with you doing that, girl, letting somebody check out you and your girl's story. She rescued River from this rescue organization, and they do amazing stuff with rescue dogs, and I'm all about that. Yes, this is Peacock, and I'm using Dyke Brown Glaze. And if you're just coming on, someone said it looks splotchy, and yeah, I saw it on the camera. It does look splotchy. But again, I'm doing a thin coat, and then, and not everywhere. I'm just kind of dry brushing it on there right now. And then once it dries, I will come back and add more. I don't want it all over. It's to give it an aged barn, but with turquoise. Kind of a shabby chic, but with turquoise underneath. Usually shabby chic is done with whites or creams, the farmhouse. So this is the farmhouse fabulous look. So that's what we're doing. You see me roll, and I've got boxes stacked for days. I got a bunch of orders in while I was in Indy, and they haven't been put out yet. So, yeah, it's gonna be a day. Y'all love me, right? Though, give me some hearts and some thumbs up if you still love me, because it's gonna be a day. And I want to say hello to all my crafting around the clock peeps that are watching. Thank you for joining me. And so the only thing that I'm doing right now is I'm just dipping my brush into the can and just getting off as much of it as I can on my brush. See, when I go in, there's not a lot of glaze on there. And so when you first dip it, you can see there's kind of a lot on there. You can see where it's wet. And so I am just dipping and getting it as much off as possible. And then just slightly brushing and giving it that worn look. And yeah, UPS this morning and FedEx, all this stuff that's come in, I still got like 14 more boxes that are being delivered today. So, yay. But tell me what projects you guys are working on. And if you have any questions, feel free to put them in the comments and I will get to your questions. There. And so, like I said, my main objective is just to get a little bit of the dirtying on, let it dry, and then I'll come back and do it again. Don't get me started. Carrie says, don't get me started with FedEx. That's the end of the conversation, Carrie. I just made a statement. What my statement basically was, I've got a lot of inventory I got to put up today. It's what happens when you go out of town for a week. So, yeah, baby, you come back to all this good stuff. But I wouldn't change it for the world. I had an amazing time in Indy, and I wouldn't change it. And so we're gonna go around the top here, and we're gonna be accenting these drawers. See, I told y'all it was a bar, just had it turned around. And then, of course, Austin and I had to have the conversation of which side is the front and which side is the back. It's whatever side they want to be the front. So, Carrie says that piece looks like it could be a sister piece to my cart. That's right. You did a tea cart, didn't you? I think, I don't know, was it? I think that was the one that I'm thinking of. Yeah. Oh, it's not ironic our styles are so similar. Baby, that is destiny. So you want to make sure that you get your edges as well. A lot of times people, they'll glaze and they'll stop right about here with stuff and they'll miss these edges. And then you kind of get that stark edge. We don't want that. So notice that I'm checking my brush to make sure that I don't have too much on there. Because like I said, I don't want to go too heavy first go round. I'll come back and do some more. But you can see how it's darkened it up. But we do want some of the original peacock to shine through. And I want to get into my edges up here and on the bottom. And we've got the original hardwares going back on this piece. You use the black. Carrie says that she used the best dang wax in black though. Yeah, this is a custom and they wanted it with browns. So we're using the Dyke Brown Glaze. But I can see, yeah, in my head, I think that was your cart that I remember pictures. The black glaze up against this turquoise would be, or the black wax, or the black glaze actually, would be absolutely gorgeous against this color, which is the peacock color. It would be gorgeous. So, yeah, send me the pic again, hun, because I think I know which one you're talking about. Unfortunately, sometimes in my head, I'm like going, okay, I've got 3 tea carts that were done in peacock. Whose was which? Things that make you go, I'm getting down into that lip. And is the hardware, this has the square, like the wrought iron knobs that will go back on it. And that is the original hardware. And I'm just going to hit a little bit on the drawers. And I'm going to leave that out a little bit. And that's where we are. So I've got it in here, but I've done 3 sides. I need to repaint, put another coat back on the top from where I did it, from where we hit it with the voodoo. And then I need to do another coat of the peacock before I glaze the top. But I did get it. I got it this far before I left on my trip. But, you know, things don't have to be done in precise orders. You can always go back and work in sections, and that's what I've decided I'm going to do with this piece, is work in little sections. So I learned some new techniques. Well, not learned, but I think I got better at some techniques at Pinners. How could I not? I was with the fabulous Tracy, Brandy, and Leah. Leah Knoll Design, Tracy's Fancy, and Brush by Brandy at Indy. How can you not pick up some fabulous tips with those three around, right? So that was good. I'm going to get the side of this door here real quick so it'll all blend in and be drying on the side. You can also apply this like a rag method. You can crumple up a rag and dip it into your glaze and splotch it as well, which does an amazing effect. Like I said, the customer wanted this more of a brushed, aged look. So we are doing what my customer wants. And I think it's gorgeous. I've done the rag method on other pieces, and it would not have given them the same effect that they were going for. So I definitely agree the look that they're going for needed to be with brushed on. I do wholeheartedly agree with that. But it all depends upon the look you're going for at the end. Like I said, rags, sponges, you can roll this on. You can crumple rags up. You can put it on and wipe it back if you want. But when you wipe back, it's going to kind of make it a little bit smoother. That's why I'm putting this on with the chip brush. And then leaving it. If I wiped it back, then, and I put it on thicker and wiped it back, it would give it a different look. And so this is what they were looking for. Oh, is Peacock your favorite Dixie Belle? And yes, Sherry, those were some amazing ladies beside me. Really got to kind of hang out with some of them, and it was a lot of fun. It was.